Mugabe signed talks with military man Zimbabwe political cause. Zimbabwe's military leaders have seized control of the impoverished southern African nation, placing longtime leader Robert Mugabe under house arrest and deploying armored vehicles to the streets of the capital Harare. Mugabe, 93, the world's oldest living leader, was unable to leave his home, according to Jacob Zuma, the president of neighboring South Africa. Troops were reportedly stationed at Zimbabwe's parliament and the president's palace. In a dramatic televised statement early Wednesday, an army spokesman denied a military takeover was underway. But the situation bore all the hallmarks of a coup. The military was in control of the state TV in Harare. A significant army presence was at the city's international airport, and Mugabe has not been seen in a public. A simmering succession battle in the ruling ZANU-PF party came to a head 2 weeks ago when Mugabe sacked his powerful vice president Emerson Mnangagwa. Mugabe's decision followed speculation he was preparing to anoint his wife Grace and his successor. Grace Mugabe, 52, is widely liked within the party's old guard, while Mnangagwa enjoys wide support in the military. The first signs that a military intervention was underway came Tuesday afternoon as armored vehicles were seen near the capital. The situation escalated with Wednesday morning's announcement when Matt Jane S.B. Mojo addressed the country on the state TV, vehemently denying of the operation was a coup. Both our people and the world beyond our borders, we wish to make it abundantly clear that this is not a military takeover of government, he said. As soon as we accomplish our mission, we expect the situation to return to normalcy. Mojo told members of the Zimbabwe Defense Force that all leave was cancelled and soldiers were expected to return to their barracks immediately. He urged Zimbabwe's other security services to cooperate for the good of our country. Mojo said the security of Mugabe and his family was warranted and said the president was safe but gave no information of his whereabouts. There were reports Wednesday that officials were being arrested. California shooting gunman was paranoid, police say. The gunman who went on a rampage in North California was a dangerous and paranoid killer who was out on bail after assaulting 2 neighbors this year, authorities say. Kevin Neal killed his wife Monday night on the eve of the shootings and stuffed her body on the floor in his home, according to police. We believe that's probably what started this whole event, assigned Sheriff Phil Johnston said of the White shooting. Hours later, Neal opened fire at various locations Tuesday, including at the Rancho Tejama, an elementary school, where he crashed his car through a locked gate and marched toward the classrooms. By the time police shot him dead near morning the same day, he killed 5 people and injured 10 others, authorities say. The only sounds I could hear were the shots, said Jennifer Bauman, a teacher at the school. It was horrifying. There are certain parts that I'm still not ready to talk about. N.K. Mercer, a safety garden at the school, said she first saw broken glass followed by a big truck and the gunman. He had a gun in his hand about to shoot people, she told CNN, affiliate KRCR, and I ran to the teacher and was called, but gun, and he let me in. In the confusion, everyone ran to the nearest class, she said. I feel okay that he's gone. He won't be seeing me anymore, he said. The community held a vigil Wednesday to mark the shootings. Neighbors prayed, wept, and applauded teachers who saved children's lives. The Hama Country District, another Greg Cowen, described him as a dangerous paranoid killer who was under prosecution by his office on several charges related to a confrontation with 2 female neighbors. Neal was not supposed to own weapons following the incident with his neighbors in January, according to Cowen. Justice League race to catch up with Marvel. The success of Wonder Woman provided a golden ray of hope that Warner Bros. And DC had finally mastered this whole comic book movie thing. Justice League, by contrast, reflects the haste with which the parties rushes to create their cinematic universe and catch up with Marvel, leaping several intermediate steps in a single bomb. In one respect, this lavish superhero team-up is better than expected, yielding a few fun and clever moments if one chooses to compare it to the blood Batman beat Superman, Dawn of Justice, and Suicide Squad. On the other hand, it's a best workmanlike and nowhere near as polished and satisfying as Wonder Woman, which had the advantage of being a straightforward original story stripped of conspicuous concerns about stringing together pies to move action figures. Warner Bros. Made a choice years ago by essentially handing the keys to its superhero kingdom to director Zack Snyder, who put his stamp on Man of Steel, Batman v Superman, and now this. Snyder is clearly a gifted visual stylist, someone who can bring what look like comic book panels to three-dimensional life. It's his characters that tend to be a little flat and somewhat humorless, a critique that the Justice League labors to address with measured results.